I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but I think you need to know. I am, in fact, a theatre kid. It's shocking, I know. Oh my gosh, how did you never work it out? Now you may be wondering why the hell I've decided to tell you this, and it all comes down to unique selling points. Another icky business term we just love to use. I have always gotten really flustered when someone has asked me what my unique selling point, what Creative Canids' unique selling point actually is. You can throw a rock in a networking event and you will hit at least one video production company or videographer. Like, it's a very saturated industry, and I never really thought that saying, well, I'm what is unique to the business was an adequate answer, particularly when you are wanting to grow the business so it is bigger than just yourself. But when I thought about it, I am key to what makes Creative Canids what it is, and I am the reason why it will be a successful business. And that's because I have somehow cultivated a skill set which allows me to do this. And even when the business is bigger than just me, I'm the one running the business, so it will still be ran in a way that fits with my experience and my personality, the way I want to do things. So it will still be done in a way that's unique to me. And with this, it brings us back to why I started talking about theatre and why this helps me run Creative Canids and make video content. But to start, we need to go back to baby George, because at the tender age of 4 or 5, I enrolled in the performing arts school that my eldest sister was already at, called Future Faces. Now, this was a very small town theatre school, but it had very big city energy. The kids that signed up for this theatre school weren't acting as though this was just some extracurricular activities. This was very much the industry that they wanted to join as an adult, and they were using this as experience to, you know, put on CVs or whatever. Like, this was very serious business for a lot of the kids at this school. And some of them even succeeded. Many have been either on cruise ships as performers, or some of them have gone on to be on the West End. Some of them run their own theatre schools now. A lot of them have been successful in the industry that they wanted to be in. Now, Future Faces every year put on 2 showcases, and then every few years, every couple of years, they would license a musical, like a full-on musical. So whether that's like Annie or Bugsy Malone or Calamity Jane, and let me tell you, these sets, the costumes, everything was no joke. These were like to the nines, super good quality shows. The school as a whole was broken down into 3 age groups: red, blue, yellow. The reds were the little babies, the yellows were the oldies, the blues obviously middle child. And there was probably like 30, 40 kids in each of these classes, and with only 3 regular main teachers or principals and then a rolling cast of teaching assistants, that was a lot of kids to handle and wrangle, particularly when you are doing so many different things. To newbies, it was very soon made clear that if you wanted to be front and center, if you wanted a solo, if you wanted a good part, you would have to behave and you would have to work hard. Like, there was no hiding in these classes. Like, they knew who was going to do well and who wasn't. And kids who were there just for a laugh often didn't make the cut and would leave after like a term or 2. And when you're a theatre kid, your whole dream is to be front and center. Like, you want to be in the front row during dances, you want to be the best role in whatever play you're putting on, you want to be getting the solos. It was make or break for a lot of kids. But how does this now help my clients? I can empathize a lot with my clients, not only because I make my own content, as you're seeing right now, but also because I have fluffed up many a thing in front of a very full audience. growing up between like 4 and 18, like that's how long I was doing it for. 18, 17. Like I was doing this for a very, very long time. So I can totally understand when they sit down and they tell me that they're anxious or that they're nervous or they're sweating. Like I completely understand how daunting it can be for them. I have also taken a ton of direction. I have learnt what works from filming myself, from being on stage. I can help coach my clients through the experience. I can get them settled. I can make it a much more enjoyable experience than what they're anticipating. Like, I want them to, we wrap for the day, I want them to be like, okay, that was actually a really good day. I feel like I've come across really well. Being a theatre kid, obviously it gave me the confidence to be more forthright with my ideas. It means that when I'm sitting down with a client to talk about their needs and what video content they want, I can also give valid input and critique and guide them on what works best for their business and what also might just be quite fun and quirky and be a little bit outside the box for them as well. At the end of the day, I want my clients to be able to hand over their very expensive video baby to me and be able to sleep soundly at night because they know that I am there for them in that regard. Like, I'm here, I'm taking care of it, don't worry about it. That's why being a theatre kid is one of my more obscure, unique selling points. I think as a business owner, we kind of get wrapped up in what the business has as a unique selling point and not us as the business owners. So I wanted to share what one of mine was that I actually don't tell people about enough. Like, I've been in your shoes, I know what it is. I've probably had worse experiences than you sitting with me to make video content. So share your unique selling points in the comments. Like, which ones have you found actually have got you out of like a little tricky situation? You didn't realize that it was an asset because it was maybe a hobby before and now it's really coming to its own in the business. I'm really intrigued. I'll maybe add some of mine as well, but I won't make any promises.